Hello and welcome to the show. I am here on Forza Horizon 3 with the Lexus RCF for an extreme rallycross car build. Now I have picked the Lexus for one specific reason. That is the almighty wing that this car can get. I actually quite like the RCF, but I've picked it especially because of the crazy wing we are going to get on this vehicle. It's very impressive, and also because we can get a lot of power out of it. We can get the 6.5 litre V12, so we're going to be looking at 1,500 horsepower in this. That is an awful lot, and we have got plenty of downforce, hopefully, to be going with it. Now, I am going to put the body kit on as well. We have got our, of course, Liberty Bunny body kit for it. It does give me the option to have wider tyres, which is good news in terms of grip. And then we have the mightiest of wings. It is literally a table on the back, held up by scaffolding, and I love it. So, yes, we should have much of the downforce. If we don't have much of the downforce, I'd be very disappointed from you, Lexus. Elsewhere, we are, of course, going to be running the car on the off-road tyres, seeing as there is a dirt section for us to be worrying about. 295s on the front, and hopefully 325s, some nice big tyres on the rear. That's going to be good for putting down, well, all of the ludicrous amount of power that we have going into this vehicle, and it is going to be by far the highest PI of anything that we have seen in this series. I was actually quite surprised by how difficult it is to get some cars even into S2 class, but there we go. We will have the off-road suspension as well. Yep, while the course is only part dirt, on the part that is dirt, you're going to lose a lot more time having race parts than the other way around, as I proved in a very early video. Take out as much weight as we can. It's going to be a little bit heavier side, this vehicle, 3,200 pounds, although that might not necessarily be too bad or a thing when it comes to the bumpy dirt sections. Having that bit more weight, we might have that little bit more in the way of stability. And then we put the engine parts on, and oopsie, we're going to be getting up to that 1,500 horsepower, 1,100 torque. As I said, it is on the slightly heavier side, which could help the Lexus out. We have got lovely big tyres, but most significantly of all, we have got that mighty wing for, hopefully, plenty of downforce. 114,000 credits for this build. Not the cheapest thing that that I built, but there we go. Let's see how the Lexus does. Our test track of choice is the North Plains Scramble Circuit. I'm going to be getting 6 laps with the mighty wing in an attempt to go faster than a Subaru. The BRZ is our current leader with a 101.5. And yeah, hopefully we're going to. This does stand a pretty good shout of going quicker than the Subaru if we're going to have the control. Perhaps not trees. Okay, no, they're destructible trees. That's all right. We've got a very purple driver's side mirror. There we go. Not mirror, window. Well, I guess and kind of mirror, because you've got to look through the window to see the mirror, but there we go. Yeah, don't worry about that. We're currently worrying about traction, or, well, really lack of any, as much like with the Holden. I mean, the Holden was running the same engine. It just wants to be going sideways absolutely everywhere. I had hoped for perhaps a little bit more in the way of grip from this vehicle. Not quite the case. We're going to have to be so incredibly delicate, I think, with the throttle if we are going to get any lap time out of the car. Now, straighten it up across this jump, try and get a neat run down here. Now, how much speed? Relatively short gear ratios going on in this car. 160 miles an hour before turn 1. I think we're going to miss the checkpoint. Oh, we might have just managed to have clipped it. Now it's getting all manner of twitchy, breaking way too early up there. I'm wondering if 6th gear is going to be a good idea, just to leave the car in 6th. Okay, we don't really get going up here. I mean, we're not spinning the wheels, which I guess is progress, but it was worth a try at least to see what it would be like. I think we are probably going to have to, as this does have, yeah, pretty, ooh god, short gear ratios to be beginning with. We're going to go soaring through the air. We're going to almost lose control of the car out the other side of the water splash. Not really ideal, and then again we're sliding it even in 5th gear with me trying to be as careful as I possibly can with the throttle. We are still an unhappy Lexus going around. Well, I say it's an unhappy Lexus. It's a very happy Lexus to be going sideways. It's unhappy to be driving in any other direction. That is some huge bouncing on the way down towards turn 1. Now, straight line this as neatly as we can. Don't go off exploring into the scenery. And we jump on the brakes. Maybe not quite 6th gear out of here. Maybe 4th gear will... No, 4th gear will just lead to wheel spin. 5th gear, better for getting speed on the run up the hill. And then patience once more through this next corner. And then we're on to the dirt, where I suspect the rear-wheel drive Lexus is not going to be massively happy. Now, into the water. This time we are not as out of shape, but it's still fighting the car massively on the exit of that jump. The bumps around there are just so vicious for this poor car to try and manage. We are, I think, doing a lot better this time out to try and keep it straight. Now we can boot it and run towards the line. It's a quick time. It's very close to the Subarus. We need to find some more lap speed with the Lexus. In all honesty, I was expecting it to perhaps be a little bit quicker than it currently is around here. So again, slow the car down for this hairpin. 5th gear on the exit of the turn. Still getting wheel spin all the way up the hill, but we were again a little quicker. I think 5th gear is going to be your friend around this track. 6th is just a little bit too much for the car to really get going. So 5th gear is what we're going to have to use. Now, just don't lose too much time on the way out of there. It's still not happy with the transition. I've turned in way too soon through there. Yep, thought I was going to miss that bugger. Okay. Me trying to, get a nicer line through there. I know that's the bit where the car is really struggling. It's after the jump through the river. That is where we are losing time. So, gotta take a neater line next time around. Don't go over that way, car. That's not a fun place to be. I mean, we have got monumental speed when things go well. That's all gone horribly wrong in that one. God damn, it does not like these bumps on the way down towards this first corner here are horrendous for the poor Lexus. I guess it is perhaps one of the, I say sportier cars. I guess the Subaru BRZ was also kind of a similar thing. I would have thought this would have been better across them than the BRZ. Being that little bit heavier, I would expect it not to get thrown around as much, but if it does get thrown around, there is absolutely nothing that you can do about it. So that is something to be on the lookout for, really. We're going to slide our way through here and into the water once more. We are sticky. If we stick out nice and wide here, oh Christ, we're getting very sideways on the way in. This turn, that's not quite what we want. Okay, one more lap to go with this Lexus to try and find some lap speed. Can we beat the BRZ? I've got to be so careful on the throttle down here. 162 miles an hour into this first corner, and a nice clean landing through there. Now, straight line chicane as best as we can. Leave it in 5th gear, even as we crest these little bumps. The Lexus is okay. Around the hairpin we go. Try and get the power down out the other side without crazy wheel spin, which we have done. We got up to 115 miles an hour before turning into this next corner, which is good, although it's we just can't get the front end to turn in. The back end is very much wanting to step out of line the entire time. Now, jump neatly across there. Not so good on the exit of the river. We can, though, take a tight line. I'm trying to straighten up this part of the course as well. Please stop trying to slide, Lexus. Please stop trying to slide. Please stop trying to slide as we round the final corner. Run towards the line. Now we will go to full throttle, and we have gone quicker. It is only by a fraction. Only by a fraction indeed with the Lexus, but we have gone quicker than the BRZ and gone quicker than the rivals time that I had going on. Oh. I was expecting perhaps a little bit more grip from this car. I'll be honest, I thought I'd be able to get away with carrying a little bit more in the way of quarter speed. That is not the case at all with the RCF. It is just as slidey. It's just as slidey as the Holden, to be honest. It is a little bit quicker through the corners, but still very happy to be sliding absolutely everywhere around this course. That's not unsurprising when you have this much power, but there we go. We do have a new leader in terms of lap times. It is only by about a tenth and a half. The Lexus goes to the top of the table ahead of the Subaru BRZ. Yeah, it is a couple of seconds faster than the likes of the Holden and so on. But yeah, certainly not, even with the almighty wing at the back, certainly not the easiest of cars, the most controlled of cars to drive around here. Now, though, it's time to find out how quick it'll go at a straight line, and I am suspecting it'll be quite scary, but probably quite fast. Of course, to try and run the Lexus. Please don't crash into me. Please don't crash into me. Oh, you moron. Well done, driver Tart. Look, I was... for God's sake. No, I'm going back this way. You... now you're going to come back this way and join me? Sure. Anyway, we are going... Are you going to break down there, are we? We're going to be running the Lexus down the motorway. We're possibly looking at a new leader here in terms of speed as well. It's going to be quite close, I would imagine, to the 250 mile an hour mark. It is currently reckoning 266 miles an hour. In fact, my gear ratios were very long. I think it was just the amount of wheel spin that I was getting that was causing issues. I suspect, yeah, we can't do anything with the almighty wing. That will do on the Lexus, and we are going to get ready to be, well, utterly terrified, I suspect, trying to get to this much speed in a car that is this oversteery. Potentially, don't close that gap, guys. Dear God. I'm guessing this car might have 7 gears as well. Might go. I didn't actually pay any attention on the graph. It may well have far more than 6 gears. It might also explain why we have relatively short early gears. Okay, on, and the fact that we're at 200 and we're already up into 6th. I'm going to hazard a guess that I was probably correct. Indeed, we do have a 7th gear. Goddamn driver tars, see all of the brake lights, be scared of them. We're at 252 miles an hour, so we're already faster than the other vehicles. We're up to 258. Come on. Get that 260 mile an hour, please. Through the speed camera. That's a little bit of a bump, but it's fine. We're still at 260. 263 miles an hour down this straight. We're going so fast, the game is struggling to deal with it. 264 miles an hour now with the almighty wing in tow. This is very scary, trying to spot all of the traffic and do something about it. No, that's not a good time, game. 265. We're going to have to go around the outside. We've got a wheel on the dirt at 265 miles an hour. 266 now. Can we get any more? 267. I daren't look at the speedo. Daren't look at the speedo. We're off the motorway. Brakes, please. On the Lexus. There we go. I suspect they are some lovely and warm brakes right now. Those brakes are impressive, actually. I gotta give the car some credit. The brakes are phenomenal to have got me slowed down from nearly 270 miles an hour as quickly and controlled as they did. That was mighty. Okay, Lexus, well done. Well done indeed on that front, and a damn good straight line speed right there. It will easily go to the top of the table. Provisionally 267 miles an hour. I will go back though and check the footage just in case it did tick over. I don't think it did, but just in case it ticked over while I was busy looking at the road trying not to crash into a driver tar. Yeah, it goes a fair bit faster, almost 20 miles an hour faster than the Subaru BRZ. Beats the Holden Sandman, the Ford Crown Vic, and the Myers Manx. Yeah, very, very quick in a straight line. Surprisingly controlled as well. Gotta say, I had fears as we were weaving in and out of traffic we might lose the back end and have a tremendous accident. However, that was not the case. We did have enough grip at those sorts of speeds to be weaving quite nicely, actually, in and out of traffic. We even had to wheel on the dirt at one point, and the car didn't try and murder us. Before we finish, I will go and have a look at the wheel spin we won, just in case it might be something interesting. You never know when it comes to these, and it's not. We could have had any number of cars, but no, we got 4,000 credits instead. Oh well. That is going to be it though for this video, guys. Thank you very much for watching, and until next time, goodbye.